BedTime Stories presents The Haunting of Hollow House. Emily, Jack, Sarah, Alex, and Tyler had been inseparable since childhood. Despite their diverse interests, their bond remained strong, and they were always there for each other. Together, they planned to explore the abandoned house on the outskirts of the city, eager to investigate the rumors about the ghosts of a murdered family that still haunted the place. As the group approached the house, they noticed its eerie presence. It loomed over the surrounding area, with ivy creeping up its crumbling walls and shattered windows that seemed to stare back at them like dark, empty eyes. The once grand structure had been left to decay, a testament to the tragedy that had taken place within. Emily shivered, staring up at the decaying structure. "Are you sure this is a good idea?" she asked nervously. Jack, the athletic jock of the group, grinned at her. "Don't worry, Em. We're here for fun and to explore the unknown. We've got each other's backs." Sarah, an avid reader, had researched the house's history. "I found out that a family was murdered here years ago by an unknown assailant. The case remains unsolved, and their spirits are said to still haunt the house. We might even witness some paranormal activity," she said excitedly. Tyler, the class clown, tried to lighten the mood with a joke. "Yeah, and maybe we'll become ghosts ourselves and haunt this place forever," he exclaimed, making everyone laugh. Alex kept quiet, his feelings about the adventure mixed. He wasn't sure if he believed in ghosts, but he didn't want to let his friends down either. Upon entering the house, the musty smell of old furniture and rotting wood filled the air. Darkness enveloped the interior, save for the beams of the setting sun that peeked through the boarded-up windows. The floorboards creaked beneath their feet, adding to the eerie atmosphere. The walls bore scratches and marks, as if someone had tried to claw their way out in desperation. Suddenly Tyler vanished, and they heard a blood-curdling scream. Panic ensued as they searched for him, while strange noises and moving objects unnerved them even more. "I don't like this. We need to find Tyler and leave," Emily said, her voice trembling. As they continued to search, they discovered a room filled with old newspaper clippings and a strange symbol etched onto the walls. Articles detailed the gruesome murders, the unsolved case, and the speculation of a dark cult involved in the family's demise. The house's dark past now enveloped them. Hours passed, but Tyler was still missing. The strange noises and the feeling of being watched were wearing the group down. Paranoia set in, and tensions rose. "Where could he be?" Sarah asked fearfully. "We have to keep looking," Jack insisted, determined to find their friend. Regret washed over Alex, who had never been a fan of horror movies or anything scary. Now, he was trapped in a real-life nightmare. Emily felt guilty for suggesting they explore the haunted house in the first place. She worried about Tyler and whether they would ever see him again. As they stumbled upon a secret passageway hidden behind a bookcase, they cautiously made their way through the dark tunnel, not knowing what awaited them on the other side. The tunnel opened into an untouched room, a desk cluttered with papers and books at its center. They searched through the documents, hoping to find some clue about Tyler's whereabouts. Faint whispers echoed from a corner, and the group turned to see a figure in the shadows. Emily's relief turned to dread as she realized it wasn't Tyler, but a ghostly apparition of one of the murdered family members. The group froze in fear as the ghost floated towards them. Suddenly, another ghostly figure appeared, and both seemed to be growing angrier and closer. "Quick, over there!" Jack shouted, pointing to a door on the other side of the room. They sprinted towards the door, barely escaping the ghost's grasp. Once outside the room, they panted and sweat, terrified. "We need to find a way out," Sarah said, her voice shaking. Huddled in the darkness, the group debated whether to split up or stick together. Ultimately, they decided to split up to cover more ground. Alex and Emily headed upstairs, while Sarah and Jack searched the first floor. As they searched, Alex and Emily heard strange noises coming from one of the bedrooms. They cautiously approached the door and listened. "I think I hear something inside," whispered Emily. Alex slowly pushed open the door, and they both gasped in horror. Inside the room was the ghostly figure of a woman, her face twisted in agony. Her eyes, filled with sadness and fury, seemed to plead for justice. Suddenly, the door slammed shut behind them, plunging the room into darkness. "We have to find a way out of here," said Emily, her voice trembling with fear. Alex and Emily managed to pry the doors open with a crowbar they found in the basement. Once free, they quickly regrouped with Sarah and Jack, all of them visibly shaken by their experiences. As they made their way out of the house, the ground began to shake violently, causing debris to fall from the ceiling and walls. Horrifying screams echoed from deep within the house, and the group knew they had to leave before it was too late. They stumbled outside into the fresh air, gasping for breath and trying to make sense of what had just happened. As they caught their breath, the house continued to shake, looking as though it might collapse at any moment. The next day, the police made a shocking discovery. They found Tyler's body lying on the floor in the living room, with no apparent cause of death. The friends were left to grapple with the loss of Tyler and the terror they had experienced, forever haunted by their memories of the abandoned house. And that's the end. Thanks for watching. Like the video and subscribe for more.